Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a really long time since I posted the video, but we finally have some news that's worth actually making a video over. So yesterday, Sony had their PS5 State of Play for February 2021, and I just wanted to dive into all the announcements and stuff that they had. So first up, they announced Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. And no, that's not a pun, it's what it's literally called, It's About Time. And it's the PS5 Edition Reveal. So with this PS5 Edition Reveal, it'll now be running at native 4K and at 60 FPS. The update for Crash 4 will allow players on the PS4 to upgrade to the PS5 Edition at no additional cost. And the PS5 edition of Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, will launch on March 12th. Now, being a PlayStation fan, I'm a huge Crash Bandicoot fan, so I'm really looking forward to this. And I don't have the PS4 version right now, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what this actually looks like on PS5. Next up during State of Play, there was a gameplay sneak peek for the game entitled Returnal. Now, this is made by the developers of Home Marquee. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's a roguelike, fast-paced shooter combat game that takes place it looks like a distant planet. But in a surprise twist to all the fast-paced gameplay that they were showing, Returnal also leans heavily into the psychological horror theme while revealing, which we'll show here later in the video, the protagonist, I'm going to leave that in there because I don't know how to talk, Celine, uncovers a mysterious house that resembles her old childhood home, and who knows what kind of secrets that's going to entail. But for me, this looks like a really, really good game that I cannot wait to dive into. One of the things that I really liked about it is every time you die, you start over. I don't know if it's just at the beginning of the level or the beginning of the game. I'm a little foggy on that. But when you do start over, the level that you played is completely different. It'll have different enemies, and if it is the same enemies, they'll appear at different parts of the level. And what they're calling it is a procedurally generated level system, which I think is a really cool addition to a game that I've never seen before in what I've played. And right here, you can see she's coming up on her house, and there's apparently going to be a whole kind of secret gameplay, not secret gameplay, but secrets within the gameplay that are revealed with her background with this house. So I think that's a really cool addition. All right, next up is a game that takes a little twist on what Rocket League introduced and kind of made a whole different game about it. So the name of the game is Knockout City, and what it is it's a team-based dodge brawler game. It's kind of like dodgeball that sees rival gangs face off in competition for control of turf. So it seems to me like it's a little twist of like Rocket League and Splatoon kind of like crammed together. It's going to be releasing on May 21st for all platforms, so it's going to be on the Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. And it's also going to be on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The next game that was revealed was really cool to me because it kind of looks a lot like Sleeping Dogs. But the name of this game is called Sifu. And it's a new action game that resembles classic martial arts action films with a hint of Chan Woo Park's Old Boy. During the reveal trailer, we saw the main character here use his skills to take down foes with grabs, quick strikes, and fierce kicks. Sifu, which is developed by Slow Clap, who also created the game Absolver, will launch on PS4 sometime in 2021. Now, the thing that I thought was pretty cool about this is I don't know if when you die in the game, you kind of go into a coma, or if you're playing the game throughout like an entire lifetime, but the main character seems to age with like getting a beard and growing it longer and getting gray and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to check this one out. All right, so the next game that was revealed during State of Play is a game called Solar Ash, and it's made from the developer Heart Machine, who also created the game Hyper Light Drifter. Now, this game is set in an alien world, and you'll explore a mysterious landscape using parkour skills to overcome obstacles and defeat hostile life forms. And this game it doesn't have a specific release date, but it says it's going to be released sometime in 2021. And this, I like the art style of it and the vibrant colors and everything. So this is definitely going to be a game that I'm going to check out. Now, the next game that was announced, I know a lot of people are going to be excited about, but it is an extension to the franchise Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's called Security Breach. And it's coming to both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 this year, with no specific release date yet. But Security Breach is a first-person horror experience where you'll have to evade the roaming animatronics looking to kill you during the night. The gameplay revealed here showed off sequences that were similar to games like Amnesia and Alien Isolation, but looks to be an unnerving change of pace for the series. Now, I don't have too much experience with Five Nights at Freddy's, but a lot of my friends just rave about this series, so I know they're excited to look for it. And if you are someone who has played it and enjoyed Five Nights at Freddy's in the past, I know you're really looking forward to this and you'll really enjoy it. Now, this game is a game that I have been looking forward to for a really long time. So long that I don't even want to mention because it's probably longer than some of you have been alive. But one of my favorite series when I first started playing on PlayStation was the Oddworld series. So I'm really excited to finally see a gameplay trailer for Oddworld Soulstorm. In this reveal that they showed, it showed off what's to come for Abe's newest adventure, which is set to release on April 6th for both PS4 and PS5. And the gameplay showed off the same similar mechanics from the older Oddworlds with platforming and exploration. But now there's new visuals and expanded plot that focuses a lot on Abe's journey. Now, the thing that was different with these games is all the different creatures, I can't remember what they're called, but the creatures that you're rescuing, they're not just helpless prisoners, they're actually workers who can help you in solving a lot of the puzzles and stuff that you have to get through in order to progress. And there's also a crafting, you can rummage, as you can see him here doing, and you can craft different weapons and stuff to use against the different enemies. So you can, after killing enemies, you can scrap different items and stuff off of them. So I'm really excited for this. This is, like I said, one of my all-time favorite series from when I first started playing PlayStation. So I'm really excited to actually see a gameplay trailer and know that I can actually play this game here in the near future. All right, next, the game that had a gameplay trailer that was shown was a game called Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Now, this is also set to release on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, but it's not going to be until late summer in August on the 24th. The developers showed off a new trailer for the high fantasy adventure game that showcased the combat and exploration in its vibrant and colorful world. Now, this game, it looks really cool. I like the artist style of it. I love the colors and how vibrant and how vibrant everything looks. But I don't really know too much about this game, but I'm intrigued to know more about it, and I can't wait to see more that comes out. All right, next up is a game called Deathloop, and it's focused on Colt's perspective being trapped in a time loop. Coming from Arcane Studios, Deathloop shares the DNA of games like Prey and Dishonored, but in its particular case, it leans heavily into a more punchy and fast-paced style. Now, this game is set to release on May 21st for PS5 and PC. All right, so next up for me, the biggest announcement that they had during the State of Play was the announcement of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which is a new playable mission starring Yuffie, who is a ninja from the original Final Fantasy VII. And her scenario will be a separate DLC, so I don't know if it's going to be like a new installment to the game or just, like I said, a little small side mission. But I'm really interested to finally get past the first installment of Final Fantasy VII Remake, because Final Fantasy VII is my all-time favorite game, and I really look forward to getting into this. Another thing that they mentioned about this is if you own Final Fantasy VII Remake on PS4, you can get a free upgrade to the Ps5 Edition, which just makes a few quality of life updates with improved load times. They added difficulty modes, and they also added a photo mode. The other thing that they did is it'll now be running in full native 4K, and as a game that I still have to kind of tie up because I'm still trying to complete a couple of the side extras to get all the trophies, I'll be looking forward to upgrade to that to see if I can notice the improved load times and the graphics with that, because they improve like the textures and stuff like that. So it'll be neat to see, but I'm super excited for this as well. All right, so that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for hanging around. It was a little bit longer when we were getting into the descriptions of a few of those games, but as a reminder, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do stream on Twitch. Link is up here and in the description down below. Also down below, you'll find a link to my Discord server where you can get notifications every time I'm live on Twitch and every time I post a new YouTube video. Likes on videos are always appreciated, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and burst that bubble above my head to subscribe for more content. Over here is going to be my most recent upload, and up above that is going to be something that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. And remember, be kind and love everybody. Have a good weekend.